Who is Dajjal? Dajjal is a deceptive and dangerous figure who will appear near the day of judgment with the mission to mislead people and test the faith of believers. He's often referred to as the false Messiah because he falsely claims to be the awaited Messiah, twisting the truth and doing things that look like miracles to gain followers. In Christianity, he's known as the Antichrist, as he opposes true guidance and misleads people away from righteousness. However, unlike real prophets, Dajjal uses his abilities only to deceive, trick, and confuse people, steering them away from Allah's path and guidance. Dajjal will go as far as to claim that he is a god, demanding worship and loyalty from people. He's given certain abilities by Allah as a test from humanity, including the power to cause rain to fall or withhold it, to control resources, and to perform other acts that seem like miracles. However, these signs are tricks meant to test how strong believers' faith really is. Description of Dajjal. Dajjal is described as a young man with a reddish complexion, short in height, with thick, curly hair, a wide forehead, and a broad upper chest, giving him a distinctive look. His most noticeable feature is his one eye. His right eye is damaged, resembling a floating grape, while his left eye is partially covered by a thick piece of flesh at its edge. In some narrations, he's described as being pigeon-toed and hunchbacked. Between his eyes is the word kafir, written in Arabic letters, which only Muslims with sincere faith will be able to see and understand, regardless of whether they can read or not. This recognition of the word kafir is a gift from Allah, enabling believers to know him for who he truly is, while non-believers remain unaware of this sign and are more likely to fall under his influence. Dajjal is also described as being sterile, having no children. In some hadiths, he is portrayed as an immense figure, the largest creation since the time of Adam. Where the Dajjal will emerge. Dajjal is said to come from the east, specifically from Khorasan, and more precisely from the Jewish community in Isfahan, Iran. From there, he will travel across the world, visiting every city except Mecca and Medina, which are guarded by angels who stop him from entering. In a hadith narrated by Fatima bint Qais, may God be pleased with her, the Prophet, peace be upon him, pointed to the east when speaking about Dajjal's place of emergence, confirming this direction. Another authentic hadith mentions that the Prophet specified Khorasan as Dajjal's origin. Additionally, Anas, may God be pleased with him, reported that 70,000 Jews from Isfahan would join Dajjal, each wearing distinctive crowns. Apart from Mecca and Medina, which Dajjal is forbidden to enter, he is also barred from entering Masjid al-Haram, Masjid al-Aqsa, and the Mosque of Sini. In each of these locations, angels stand guard, ensuring that he cannot enter. Dajjal will, however, have access to other towns and cities, moving from one to another over a period of 40 days, spreading his influence and causing trials for those who encounter him. Powers. In the authentic hadiths from the 6 major Sunni books, Dajjal is described as having extraordinary powers that he uses to deceive and mislead people, creating a severe test for believers. One of his notable abilities is control over natural elements such as rain and vegetation. According to an authentic hadith, Dajjal will have the power to cause rain to fall on dry lands and make crops flourish, benefiting those who choose to follow him, while denying these resources to those who reject him. This manipulation of natural resources is intended to pressure people into following him out of fear or desperation. Dajjal is also granted the ability to perform false miracles, which include creating the illusion of bringing the dead back to life or curing the sick, which makes people think he has divine powers. As described in authentic hadiths, these tricks are meant to test believers and challenge their faith in Allah. One of Dajjal's most powerful illusions is his ability to carry what looks like a paradise and a hellfire. He will ask people whether they want to go to hell or heaven. However, Dajjal's heaven is actually a hidden hell in disguise, while his hell is a true heaven for those who stay firm in their faith. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, warned believers to choose what appears to be Dajjal's hell, because it is in fact the path to safety. This reversal of reality is a key part of Dajjal's deception, making it extremely challenging for people to distinguish truth from falsehood. Dajjal will also have the ability to move fast across the earth, allowing him to spread his influence widely and quickly. Some narrations describe him as traveling with ease, covering vast distances in a short time. This extraordinary mobility expands his reach, enabling him to appear in multiple regions and increase his challenge for believers. Followers of Dajjal. The followers of Dajjal will be people who are easily influenced and lack strong faith. According to authentic hadith, Dajjal will be followed by a large group of Jews from the region of Isfahan in Iran, with many of them being recognizable by wearing specific clothes. Dajjal will attract people by performing miracles and offering material wealth, making it easy to win over those who prioritize worldly success over faith. Many of his followers will also come from those who have weak hearts and are impressed by his tricks and promises. There will also be a large number of women among his followers. His ability to perform miracles and offer material comfort will especially appeal to those seeking relief from worldly struggles. Due to his persuasive power, a high number of women will become his followers, to the point where men will feel the need to protect their mothers, daughters, and sisters by restraining them from going after him. Who will defeat Dajjal? According to authentic teachings in Islam, Jesus, peace be upon him, will ultimately defeat Dajjal. After Dajjal has spread his deceptions, misleading and confusing many people, Allah will send Jesus back to earth to restore justice and truth. The hadiths describe that Jesus will descend from the heavens near a white minaret in Damascus, Syria, wearing garments that shine as if dipped in light. He will join forces with the remaining faithful believers. At this time, Dajjal will be advancing with his followers toward Jerusalem, hoping to establish his control. Jesus, peace be upon him, along with the believers, will pursue Dajjal until they reach the gates of Lud, a location near Jerusalem in Palestine. When Dajjal catches sight of Jesus, he will be filled with terror and begin to melt like salt dissolving in water, unable to withstand Jesus' presence. Jesus will then kill him, ending Dajjal's reign of lies and deception. This event will free humanity from Dajjal's test, bringing an end to his efforts to mislead people and restoring truth and guidance for those who had remained faithful. After Dajjal's death. Following Dajjal's defeat, Jesus, peace be upon him, will establish a period of peace and justice on earth. Under his guidance, people will unite in worshiping Allah, and he will correct misconceptions surrounding his identities and teachings. False beliefs and practices will be eliminated, and the world will experience a time of harmony and prosperity as all the people embrace the message of Islam. Jesus will bring fairness, and blessings will be everywhere. Resources will grow, and there will be no more poverty or oppression. Eventually, after fulfilling his mission, Jesus, peace be upon him, will pass away. His death signifies the close of this era of peace. Muslim believers will honor him with funeral rites, treating him with the respect given to all prophets. His passing also serves as a sign that humanity is moving closer to the final hour, setting the stage for other major signs of the Day of Judgment to unfold. How to protect yourself against Dajjal. To protect yourself from Dajjal's test, the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, taught the importance of reciting parts of the Surah Al-Kahf. He specifically mentions that memorizing and reciting the first 10 verses, or in some narrations, the last 10, can serve as a defense against Dajjal's influence. These verses are not just words. They carry deep reminders that help strengthen a person's faith, especially in times of hardship and deception. Dajjal is known as a powerful deceiver who will try to mislead people and create confusion, aiming to turn them away from the truth. Regularly reciting these verses helps believers build a stronger bond with Allah and prepares them mentally and spiritually to resist Dajjal's tricks. Also, according to authentic hadiths, reciting the entire Surah Al-Kahf on Fridays also brings special protection. One hadith states that whoever recites Surah Al-Kahf on Friday will have a light that shines for them from one Friday to the next, guiding and protecting them throughout the week. This regular practice not only shields them from the trials of Dajjal, but also deepens their connection to Allah, keeping their heart and mind steady in the face of life's challenges.